Enlisted is known for a lot of issues. This can be seen in the progression, the bugs, the progression again, and which is a big problem. But today's issue is going to be something very different, and is actually going to be very, very important. As a matter of fact, this could be the biggest issue in 2022, if not going on for the rest of Enlisted's life if done incorrectly. This video has been made possible for the friends at Discord. Once again, if you haven't found that interesting enough, meaning that if you haven't liked, subscribed, or joined the Discord, I highly suggest that you join. And this video is about the biggest issue in 2022. And once again, like I said at the beginning of the video, if done incorrectly, this could be a big issue until the end of Enlisted or the entire existence of Enlisted. And this issue is the player count. As a matter of fact, it's actually the player distribution, which is currently uneven. This actually has been known to some of you, and as a matter of fact, this is actually known to a lot of you. For example, like in campaigns in Tunisia and the Pacific, the Allies literally have way more people than the Axis, and that is why the Allies are winning big time. It is not because the weapons are a little bit unbalanced. As a matter of fact, on a serious note, if the weapons are imbalanced only slightly, and you have people on both sides just having the same amount of people, then the situation will be more fair. But as of right now, what's going on is that one person is on a team filled with bots, and they're fighting an entire opposing team with full players. Now that's going to be not good, and most people who are either going to be playing Axis for both teams are going to really suffer, because for one, there's not a lot of human players and bots don't really listen to you, and you're playing against human players, which you're going to be heavily outnumbered. This can lead to players be constantly on a losing streak. As a matter of fact, people have been saying that you can actually lose as Japan 20 games in a row, and you can be winning as the US 20 games in a row. Obviously, there are some downsides, but like, for example, for the Allies in the Pacific, all you have to do is to get a good team. And when I mean good team, I mean a team that actually builds rallies, at least slightly knows what they're doing. They don't have to be pros, they just have to know what they're doing, and you're gonna win. This is because you're fighting against bots. There's literally nothing you can do, the enemy can do against you, because you have an entire human team. Now, if the enemy team was players, full player team, then you're actually gonna have a problem, of course. But that said, this is a big issue. The player distribution is extremely uneven, and now you might be wondering, which is the cream of the crop of this video, how in the world do we change this? Or to be exact, how in the world does Enlisted change it? And that is by 3 ways. The first way is to give the player incentive to choose either team, and this is literally translates to making the game more balanced. If you're having a Thompson spam in Tunisia, people are just going to be playing allies because that is the easiest way to get kills, and the easiest ways to get gold orders, silver orders, and essentially bronze orders and stuff like that, which this is because Enlisted currency system is dependent on kills, and the more kills you get, the more better you are off. Obviously, this also includes winning and losing battles. Your martial points are going to go up or down, so that's going to be interesting. So that is why people like to win, and they also like to get a lot of kills, and that is why they like to use the overpowered faction, so they can just grind kills. And the best way to change this issue by having the entire player base in one team is to make the game more balanced by balancing the stuff out. For example, give the Axis in Tunisia better weapons, give the Axis Japan, essentially, better weapons, and you should be doing better. People are literally complaining that both sides are highly uneven. Some people saying that it's actually uneven because of the player base, which is true, but the incentive for the player base to play the Japanese have actually been decreased from what I've been seeing, so that's going to be interesting. Therefore, my biggest incentive is to, once again, make it balanced. Make the game more balanced. Do not have a situation like Allies Tunisia, in which you can just mop up the enemy within the first 10 seconds. This is once again the same for the Pacific. The second incentive is for the grind of the campaigns with less people to be more interesting. And when I mean more interesting, I mean they get more XP. For a case in point, if the Japanese are literally only one dude on the entire team, and this guy is essentially carrying the team, which at this point, if he doesn't, then he might as well be a bot, I highly suggest that Enlisted gives this dude, or depending on the population of the game, of the specific team, I willing to suggest Enlisted to increase the XP given to that specific person, not only as a reward for fighting till the end, but also because he does really need it, because he's probably going to lose literally one dude against 10 human players. That's not going to look pretty good, and I've been highly seen. I literally have not seen a person yet to complete that. Obviously, if you have, comment in the comment section down below, I'm really impressed if you do. And the last thing is to give daily tasks playing the underdog. For example, play more Axis, give more Axis daily task playings. Obviously, like, give more tasks as play 3 battles in Axis Tunisia, play 3 battles in Axis Pacific, etc, etc. You know what I mean at this point. But once again, to recap, first of all is to balance the game, make people don't think there's a bias, and honestly that's what Enlisted is all about, not giving bias, which has been doing very spectacularly, sarcasm implied. And the second one is to give the incentive to grind with less people, meaning that people should give more XP per battle if they are the underdog and if they have less players on their team. But that said, the third one is to require giving daily tasks to the underdog, meaning that if you give more daily tasks, then people are actually more than willing to play said campaign. But that said, guys, this is all it for what I have for the biggest issues in Enlisted 2022, I'm gonna be honest, this is a really big issue. If the player distribution is uneven, then one team is definitely going to be suffering, the other team is just going to be suffering even more, and then what you're going to have is more people are just going to go on the other team, and this team, said team that already had less people, is going to have even less people, and this is just going to turn into a game of you fighting against bots, which I've actually been in a lot of times, so this thing has already been happening, and I hope Enlisted really clamps down. But that said, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Discord, and I'll see you in the next one.
Now before you leave, I would like to thank you very much for watching this video. I would be honored if you could like and subscribe to the channel. Remember, more videos are coming out, so it is a good idea to click on that notification button. Anyways, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.